jump 2 more clears apiece. Yes, but you know that the 4 faults of Rodrigo Pessoa's is a millstone to him at the moment, unless things change. Now, what a test for this young man. He's already had his confidence dented, and I can see by the poor lad's expression how he's blaming himself, and he shouldn't do. He's not a shrinking violet, this lad. He's a tough nut. You know, he's a very confident young fella, which will stand him in good stead here. But this is a big, big test for him. Because you think of the experience those 2 men have got between them, and the years. I don't know how old Eric Lamaze is off the top of my head, but it would be the thick end of 50. And this horse would be, okay, arguably one of the best horses in the world.
42, in fact.
That's all he is. Oh, he won't thank me for calling him 50, will he? 42 going on 50 then.
Just blame his leg, he's limping a bit. So we're watching Abdullah Al Sharbatly, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, aboard Hickstead, the mount of Olympic champion Lamaze.
I'd love to see him jump a clear round on this. Restore his confidence.
He didn't need that, did he?
No, he didn't.
He jumped so well all week.
Great pity. But win, lose or draw, you know, these boys are here to stay, and this is a great learning curve for him tonight. If he can come through this, you know, he can handle anything, can't he, thereafter. To be fair, so far so good. It's very early, but the horse looked fairly settled with him. And let's not forget what a good job he's made of the Italian mare, because she looked decidedly buzzy. But she looked less so with him, and she looked even less so with Rodrigo. But this is a right machine to jump. He's got him fairly well tacked up. That's the tack that he always rides him in. He goes in a snaffle look and a hackamore as well. Just put a little bit extra purchase on his nose, keep his head down, because he carries his head very high. But his back end doesn't suffer for it. He's got a wonderful back end. 2 safe ends. Philippe gets him last, the very last to go, and he knows it. And the last thing Philippe wants him to do is for these next 2 riders, him, Abdullah and Rodrigo, who has him next, to wind him up. That's the last thing he wants.
Abdullah Al Sharbatly on his second ride in this competition in the Relance top 4, riding Hickstead.
Just gone up to that first part of that treble combination, just a little rein back and said, come here, I'm not going to have that happen again. Must be just a little bit worrying for a man like Eric Lamaze, with this wonderful horse that is known to be sharp and buzzy, to see somebody else get up on him. I'll have to go in there. Good.
Good.
Steady, steady, steady. He wants a bit of brakes before this big vertical towards home. Good shot.
places.
Ooh, steady. Good man. Sit up. Sit up and hold him.
Good lad! Well, he's pulled up.
Yeah, he noticeably went flat out through the finish, didn't he?